What's up, guys? It's Dem Apples, and today we're going to be comparing how a national master, an international master, and a grandmaster think. Now, most of you probably know Gotham Chess, and I noticed this interesting video that he had, where he compared himself to Hikaru, and they went through a series of some positions, and compared their thoughts. And so I didn't watch the whole video, but I kind of know like what they're doing. They're just analyzing the positions and their thought processes. So, this is the first position. I have not looked at any engine evaluation. I'm gonna see what I think about it. All right. And they got 5 minutes, I think, so I'm going to start a 5 minute timer. Okay. So let's see. It looks like black is not playing for any advantage to me. Like this pawn structure is really bad. Um, like what is this F pawn doing here? I don't know. Um, to me it seems like, huh. Okay, well, I'm a greedy player, so I'm gonna see if I can take this pawn first, cause that's the kind of person I am. But knight e6 would be a nasty fork on our bishop and both the rooks, and I don't think that's very great. But let's calculate a little bit further. Can I just move my... No, I can't just move my rook. What if I take here and then say, I don't know, move my bishop? I don't really like that. I mean, we get a bit of activity, but then his rook gets into the 7th rank. Even if we go bishop f6, our bishop isn't exactly more uh active here. So after like rook takes, um I think rook e6 just straight up wins material. So that looks pretty bad. Can I take here? Checks, captures, threats. No checks, no cap. Well, there are some captures. We're gonna take a look at those threats. Again, this isn't really a tactic, but just more of a position that we should look at. Takes, bishop takes. Rook d7, because if rook e8, we hang this pawn. That's really nasty. Take. Rook d7. I don't really like that. I can't really explain why. Guess my rook is really passive. He could probably consider playing rook e6, and if bishop d4, then he can go like a rook, maybe rook d1, maybe not, I don't know. But, oh, that looks pretty nasty either way. And we're just crumbling here, to be honest. Let's see. What other moves are there? Well, I don't like the look at this bishop. It's just kind of sad. So what if we open its eyes? Um, oh, that looks like a pretty good move now that I'm looking at it. Because it also covers this pawn. So, c5, opening up this bishop. If he takes, we have multiple options, I think. One of them is to go queen c6 and threaten checkmate, which looks pretty juicy, forcing him to go back. And then we can take the pawn with our queen if we so desire, I think. Other option is just to take back, and I don't think that's very bad either, because we open up this bishop as well as this bishop. So after c5, which looks like the best move to me, what would white play? Well, we gotta calculate rook e7, which I have not done yet. Rook e7, fortunately for us, doesn't really threaten anything, I think. Rook e7, yeah, what do we do? We can still consider queen to c6, but after knight c3, it looks pretty harmless. What about c5, rook e7, and then we take? Yeah, takes. I feel like our bishop's protected. We could consider we could consider grabbing this pawn, or playing queen c6, but if queen c6, he can probably just simply defend us with knight e3, with defending checkmate, but we can take there, and I feel like black is doing pretty decently. So after c5, what is white going to play? White's actually stuck in a rut. I didn't really think about that. Oh, he's going to fork us. Well, duh, Captain Obvious. Oh my gosh, I am stupid. How did I not see that before? But I feel like after queen c6, threatening checkmate on g2, White's going to have to stop that some way. Can't take any of our rooks. So either 93, 93 maybe. Bishop d4, knight d8, rook d8. We always have this threat of just taking the knight and going for checkmate, which I feel like gives us pretty decent compensation. c5, 96. Queen c6. I mean, he doesn't ever want to go f3, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing if we lose the rook either. So my intuition is telling me that c5 is good because we open up both bishops. And it's worth it because this pawn is pretty powerful. If we can get control of this diagonal, should be good. Let's take a look at one more line, I guess. 96, queen c6. He should defend. Ooh, my time is up. All right. So let's take a look at what the best moves are. Let's turn on the eval lens. Oh, I'm right. Oh my gosh, c5 is the right move. The other move is bishop d4, which is also not bad, but I thought this was bad. I thought 96. Oh, but c5. And I thought this looks kind of bad, but oh. Guess computer is unafraid here about like the terrible pawn structure and dark square weaknesses. And this is still equal. Interesting. So bishop here is not bad, but after knight f7, rook f7, I would presume. Knight d6. Okay, yeah, this c5 idea is still the only move to ensure equality. By the way, black is still playing for equality. And after knight here, apparently black has a decent compensation. I don't like this as much though. Like, look at this king. C. So c5 is the right move. Knight g5. I didn't really like this. Rook d7, I said. Oh, bishop e7. Bishop e7. I didn't really... Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. I guess bishop e7 just wins the pawn on the spot. It's not the kind of move I would think about, but yeah. So this was not that great of an idea. So my main line was c5, 96. I was like, if dc5, I could probably go queen c6. That's what I said, I believe. And then 93 or something. Oh, but 93 is really bad for white because apparently we can take and go f4, which I kind of missed, but that's a really nice resource. Queen c6, f3. Knight g5 takes. Queen c5 looks very strong. Bishop e3 looks very natural because white can't go queen f2. He has to defend this knight. Bishop e3, and there's an equilibrium with queen b4 or queen b5 or even bishop d4, but I would prefer to keep more material on the board. And this makes sense, right? White's pawn structure is kind of trash, and we have very active bishops. Laser beaming him down. If we want, we could probably like just advance our d pawn to victory. So yeah, I feel comfortable playing playing black here. In fact, black is not even down any material, so good to know. 96 is what I was really thinking about. For which I thought queen c6, but I guess I am stupid. Bishop d4 is the only move. What is wrong with queen c6? f3? I was like, why would white allow this? Okay, I thought this was fine for black, but bishop e3, and apparently black is stuck in a rut after knight e5 or something. Okay, so I guess here black is not getting nearly as much compensation as he would have liked. Yeah, white is winning with a fork. Okay, I couldn't have seen that. I'm not that good. Yeah, so the correct move, instead of queen c6, is bishop d4. Why is queen c6 bad again? Only because of f3? cd4 is another option. But, okay, let's take a... Rook ac1's the best move, but, like, no one's gonna play that. Well, maybe they would. I don't know. Let's take a look at knight takes. Takes... And I guess the difference here is because you have double pawns, and like even though you have the same activity as before, you don't really have the same activity as before. Because in the other position, you didn't have this pawn, and white didn't have something else, I think. And you could just like push the pawn to victory. This is a bit different, and also like e7 is available for blacks, so for the white rook, which could be annoying in some cases. The rook ac1, white is a little bit better. All right, good to know. Good to know. So after here, f3. Nope. This is the only move, which I find very interesting. And after takes, yeah, okay. I should have seen that. Queen c6 is kind of stupid. I guess it wastes a move, but because you put your queen in the line of the rook, and then you have to move it anyways. But yeah, it's just the inner beginner coming out of me. You know what I mean? Like when you're just like, oh, I see mate threat. I want mate threat. You know. And I guess that's the real difference between a 2400 or 2800 and a master. Guess I'm not really that great after all. Queen c6 is pretty bad now that I'm looking at it, because it doesn't really do much. And second of all, after white defends mate, you still have to reckon with this undefended pawn as well as a fork, which is pretty nasty. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye.